Andam Bhakta Binda Samanitam Sri Chaitanya Prabhum Bande Nityananda Sahoditam Sri Nandanandanang Bande Radhika Charanodayam Gopijano Samayuktam Bindavanam Manoharam Vancha Kalpataruvasya Kripa Sindhu Bhavach Patitanang Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namaha Mukhaṁ karoti vācālam pangum langhayatagirim Yat kipātamahang vande Paramananda-madhavam Bindāvai tulsidev vai piya vai kesavasya Sna bhakti pade devi sattvatvai namo namaha Narayana namaskritta narum chaiva narottamam Deving saraswati vyasam tato jayo mudire Sankirtane Krishna kathopadeshe Gauriya patrasya prakasane cha Sadhanurakta guru bhakti yukta Bhakti pramodaksha jagod varuna Deyam sada paribhavagnam avishtadoham Tirthas padam siva virinchanutam saranyam Vetatiham panotopal bhavadiputam Bande mahapurusate charunarvindam Yat padapallavanakhachandamani chataya Vispurjita kimapi gavodu swadarsi Purnanuragara sasagara saramurti Adhikamai kada kipam karosi Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Binda Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Binda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Ajanulambita bhujau kanaka bodhato Sankirtanai kapitaro kamala yataksho Vishambaro Dijavaro Jugadharma Palo Bande Jagat Priyakaro Karuna Bhataro Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Namami Gange Tava Padu Pankajam Sura Suraira Vandito Diparupam Bhuktin Chamuktin Chadada Sinitam Bhavanurupena Sada Naranam Ganga Tarangaramaniya Jata Kalapam Gauri Nirantara Vibhushi Tobam Bhagam Narayano Priyamanangamadapaharam Varanasi Purapati Bhajavi Shanatham Vagisha Jushvadane Lakshmir Yasacha Bhaksasi Jasyasti Hidaya Sambhit Tvam Nishingamaham Bhaji Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Yat Pad Pankaja Palasa Vilas Bhaktya Karmasayam Gratitam Adgrathayanti Santo tadvadnariktamatayo yatayo opiruddho sroto ganastamaranam bhajavasudevam yat pada pankaja palasu vilasu bhakta karmasayam grasitam udgrasayanti santo tadvadnariktamatayo yatayo piruddho sroto ganastamaranam bhajavasudevam. Gauriya Goshtipati, Śrīla Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada, Paramahamsa Jagadguru said that how we can get the scope to serve Krishna in true sense. How we can serve Krishna in true sense. Prabhupada giving answer. Gauriya Goshtipati, Śrīla Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada, Paramahamsa Jagadguru said that, well, Krishna Bhakto, they, by serving Guru Vaishnava from heart, they can do Krishna Seva. I mean, Prabhupada wanted to say, Krishna Bhakto, by serving Guru Vaishnava, they can serve Krishna very easily. Those Sahajiyas, they cannot understand this point. Those Sahajiyas, they are in confusion, how it can be so. By serving Guru Vaishnava, Krishna Seva can be done. But those Sahajiyas cannot understand. First point is that, what do you mean by Seva? First point is that, what do you mean by Seva? Seva means to search out the satisfaction of the Sebba Vastu. Seva, this word means, Seva, this word means to satisfy the Sebba Vastu. So, if we are going to serve Guru Vaishnava, Bhagavan automatically become very happy. That doesn't mean I mean to say, you need not serve Bhagavan at all. What I mean to say, by serving Guru Vaishnava, automatically Bhagavad Seva can be done. Also, you can do Bhagavad Seva under the guidance of Guru Vaishnava, that's separate thing. But the Sahajiyas cannot understand this point. They think Krishna Seva is all in all, everything. It is topmost. They themselves thinking that we are Vaishnava. So if we are Vaishnava, we have false ego. If we have false ego at Vaishnava, then how we can serve other Vaishnava? We are Seva, we can take Seva from others. So, Prabhupada speaking, they cannot understand this very easy point. So, they like to give first preference to Krishna Seva Puja. They think it is all in all. They themselves thinking we are Vaishnava. So they are going to accept Seva from others, from Sevadasi or servant. But pure Vaishnava never think that he is my servant, he is my lady servant, never. They think themselves as the servant of the servant of the servant of the servant. Tomorrow I can discuss this point. So, they prefer to leave Guru Vaishnava Seva and they like to show interest in Krishna Seva. But those who are hearing the vichar of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or those Goswamis, those who are the Parshad of Sri Chaitanya Dev, they can understand. The Bhakta of Krishna, devotee of Krishna, by serving them, by serving Guru Vaishnava, because Guru Vaishnavas are the heart of Krishna. So by serving Guru Vaishnava, in true sense, Krishna Seva can be done. That doesn't mean I say you need not do Krishna Seva. By living the Seva of Krishna Bhakta, by living the Seva of Krishna Bhakta, if somebody like to pretend, play one drama of Krishna Seva, this is actually useless. This has got no value. Prabhupada speaking, those who are going to avoid Sadhu Guru Seva, those who like to avoid the Anugatya of Guru Vaishnava, and they like to jump, and they like to do Krishna Seva, and they like to play one drama of Namanandi Sadhu, Nam Bhajan. Prabhupada speaking, in every step, they can develop offense. In each and every step, they can develop offense. And if there is at all any offense, Seva Aparad, Nama Aparad, Dhama Aparad, any Aparad, then surely Krishna Nam, I cannot pronounce actual Krishna Nam. It's not possible. So I am failure to do Harinam, Krishna Nam. But they Sahaja, they cannot understand this very simple point. But those devotees, those who are 100% inclined unto a lotus feet of Guru Vaishnava, under their guidance, if they are going to do any render, any seva, do any seva, Guru Krishna, by the mercy of Guru Krishna, they can do Krishna seva in true sense, and they can also chant Harinam in true sense. In true sense. Those who are going to express deep affection, deep interest in Guru Vaishnava Seva, with full interest, loveful mood, only they can get the kripa of Sri Chaitanya Dev and the kripa of those Goswamis, they can get. Prabhupada speaking, it is one kind of lila. Prabhupada speaking, when I had my conception that I am a big mathematician, Pandit, I am very great Pandit in Darshan Shastra. Luckily, by the inspiration of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, when I got the darshan of Sri Gurudev, then all my truthfulness, great truthfulness, my purity, my moral character, my pandita, all become useless in front of my Guru Padma when I went to take darshan of my Guru Padma. My Guru Padma wanted to give a big jolt to show that whatever property you have, whatever you think very valuable, those have got no meaning in the way of Hari Bhajan. He wanted to give a big jolt. Then I could realize that such a man, such a fallen man, such a, such a fallen man, such a man, such a fallen man, such a rubbish man like me. There is nobody like me. All my pandita, all my moral character, I thought those have got very big, those have got some importance in this world, importancy. A very lucrative thing. Everybody can give honor. But this sadhu, this great Mahatma, he is not going to give any value to my pandita, to my moral character, to my truthfulness, nothing. Then I could realize what a kind of great, excellent, absolute object is there, treasure is there with a man, with the sadhu, so that he is not going to give any importance to my pandita, moral character, nothing. So I could realize what a kind of great, excellent, absolute object is there with this Mahan Guru, who is not going to give any value to my possession, whatever things I have. Then I thought either he is a great merciful personality or he is big, he is having big false ego. Then I wanted to beg for kippa. Then I wanted to beg for kippa. Then I wanted to beg for kippa from Bhagavan, in true sense, from heart. After that, by the mercy of Bhagavad Kippa, I could realize this kind of Niskinchan Mahapurush, his Kripa, or without serving him, there is no way open of my Mangal. This kind of Niskinchan Mahapurush, without his Kripa, without his Seva, there is no way out. There is no question of getting any Mangal. There is no way out. Then I developed some pure intellect. By then, I developed very nice pure intellect. I wanted to take shelter unto his lotus feet. Of course, 18 times I was rejected, and after that I was accepted by him, and I feel myself very successful, kitartho. By getting a big jolt, in front of Guru Padma, I could realize. So, all the common people of this world, they should get one big jolt in this material life, otherwise they cannot develop any consciousness. They cannot develop any consciousness. So, I am bound to suggest everybody, try to think yourself as a foolish number one in this material world. You don't like to pursue or follow the mood I had before taking shelter. Don't try to proceed the absolute truth with some calculative mood you like to measure. So you can arrange absolute movement. Anyway, from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, we have one quotation there. Siddhanta boliya chitte na karo alos. Siddhanta boliya chitte na karo alos. Iha hoite Krishna lage sudhira manos. Who Krishna is? Why I can do bhajan? What will be the benefit? All questions can arise inside the heart of all bonded soul, no doubt in it. It's quite natural. Bonded soul always full of different kinds of suspicion or doubts, everything. You can remember the sloka I started with. It's very important from Bhagavatam. Yat pad pankaja pala subilasa bhakta karma sayam gratitamad grathayanti santaha tadvad nariktamatayo yatayo opiruddho sroto ganastamaranam bhajavasudevam. What is the meaning? The meaning is there. Those who are devotees of Bhagavan, they are always busy serving the Supreme Lord, His lotus feet, all the fingers, excellent fingers of the lotus feet. They are engaged in seva, some or other way. They are always busy in seva. They can very easily, they can cut the bondage of karma very easily. Very easily. They can cut the bondage of karma. But those who are having no serving mood, those who are dry jnani or the yogi, they are all trying to stop the crazy dancing of their sense organ. They like to stop the flow of their enjoying mood, but still they become failure. So it is my suggestion, Prithu Maharaj, hearing from Sanat Kumar, Bhagavat, 4th canto, 22 chapter, 39 sloka. So it is the suggestion, Sanat Kumar speaking to Prithu Maharaj, this is my suggestion to you, Rajan. If you like, you can follow. Yat pad pankaja pala subilasa bhakta karma sayam gratitamad grathayanti santaha tadvad nariktamatayo yatayo opiruddho sroto ganastamaranam bhajavasudevam. Aha, Jai Ho, Jai Ho. You can remember last week about Shiv Tattva, I was trying to discuss very simple way, and there I already discussed Shivaha Saktuyutaha Shashat Trilingo Guna Samvritaha. Shiv and Shakti, undivided Tattva. Shiv and Shakti, undivided Tattva. Maybe we cannot realize, but it is undivided Tattva. Shivaha Shakti Yutaha Shashat Trilingo Guna Samvritaha. Here point is there. I already wanted to discuss this point. That Shiva Trilingo Gunasamrita. Whereas we know that Shiva is the controller of Tamaguna. We know it very well. Shiva is the controller of Sabguna. He is taking charge of this Tamaguna. He is covered up with Tamaguna. Then why Trilingo? Where from this point coming? Shiva Shakti Yutaha Shashat Trilingo Gunasamrita. Point is that any quality in this material world, Prakriti, you cannot find without any contamination. I mean, contamination must be there. In this material ocean of guna, you cannot expect any guna in pure form. Pure form in the sense, it is not at all pure. Pure form in the sense I wanted to mean that without any contamination. I mean, in this material ocean of Triguna, there is always some admixture. If you get Satogun, if Satogun is a predominating factor, but still Rajagun must be there, Tamagun must be there. If there is any Rajagun, but still the Rajagun is not pure. It is also contaminated with Satogun and Tamagun. Similar way, if we like to get pure Tama, not possible. Always some admixture. This way, I already told Lord Rudra is famous. Lord Rudra is famous for being covered up by the mode of ignorance. Controller of mode of ignorance. How then can one correctly call him Trilinga? The answer is that the modes of nature always intermingle, mixture. So, when Rudra contacts Tamaguna, he also contacts Satan Raja admixture. The Bhagavad concludes that only ordinary people consider him covered up by modes. Actually, he is not covered up. He is not covered up. Also, I wanted to discuss this point. From Brahma Samhita, Khiram yatha dadi vikara visesa yogat sanjayate nahi tataha pitagasti heto yah sambhutam upi tatha somapaiti karyat govindam adi purusham tamaham bhajami. What is it? Khiram yatha dadi vikara visesa yogat sanjayate nahi tataha pitagasti heto ya sambatam api tata samupaiti karjat govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. This way, from Brahma Samhita, we already discussed previous week, milk can undergo some deformation by the addition of yoga culture, yogurt culture, but actually it is constitutionally nothing but milk product. Similarly, Govinda, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, taking the form of Lord Shiva due to some special purpose of material activities, material transactions, I offer my obeisances at his lotus feet. Khiram yatha dadi vikara vishesa jogat sanjayati nahi tataha pitagasti hetaha ya sambhutam api tata sompaiti karyat govindam adi purusham tamam bhajami. Okay. In this way, we can explain how Lord Rudra remains transcendental. The question can arise anyhow because Rudra is covered up with three modes of nature, Trilingya-Avrita. That I already told. Shivaha Shakti Yutaha Shashat Trilinga Guna Samvritaha. This way, this verse explains how Lord Rudra remains transcendental to this, in contact with the three modes of nature, while apparently being affected by three modes of nature, apparently being affected by contact with the mode of ignorance. Shambhu, Rudra, is not a completely separate person, separate figure from the Supreme Personality of Godhead Sri Govinda. Rather, Shambhu is his special transformation. The Supreme Lord preferred to take charge of the mode of ignorance and thus expands himself for the specific purpose without giving up his transcendental nature. His transcendental nature can never be disturbed. His transcendental nature can never be disturbed. So this way we know the explanation of this sloka of Brahma Samhita. Khiram yatha dadi vikara vishesa jogat sanjayati nahi tataha pitagasti hetaha ya sambhutam api tata sompaiti karyat govindam adi purusham tamaham bhajami. This way, somebody can start argument that Rudra is covered up with tamagun. How? Why we can say Trilinga Gunasamrita? Why? Point is that I already explained, in this material ocean of Triguna, any pure guna, not pure in the sense, nothing pure, but still pure in the sense, not contaminated by other qualities. Like sato, you can get sato, but this material world, this sato is not pure. It is one kind of admixture with rajagun, tamagun. Pure sato, not. Similar way, we cannot get any pure rajagun or pure tamagun, not at all possible. Now, Baldev Vidyabhushan speaking that Rudra is always staying in equilibrium position, satarajatamo, samavastha. Nobody can realize. But by the sight, drishti, but by the sight of Mahavishnu, when Prakriti going to lose his balancing condition, equilibrium condition. When Sataraja get agitated, then after that, Shiva Shakti, by the endeavor, efforts of both, everything possible. So, Garbhoda Gosai Mahavishnu is a different murti of Garbhoda Gosai Mahavishnu. Okay? Shiva is the another murti of Garbhoda Gosai Mahavishnu, his other form. And always in connection with Tamagun. So it seems that Rudra undergoing some, transformation, some dirty thing, since he is in touch with Tamagun. So Rudra seems to be undergone some reaction, vikar. That example I was reading there. Khiram yatha dadhi vikar visesa yogat sanjayati nahi tataha pitagasti hetaha ya sambutam api tata samupaiti karjat govindamadi purusham tamam bhajami. Now, point is that I already discussed, like the case of milk, when added with some yogurt culture can be converted into curd, but still constitutionally it is milk, no other than milk. Similarly, who is going to accept Tamagun, the controller of Tamagun, that Bhagavan, taking the form of Sambhu, Avyuta Mahavishnu, similar. Now point is that there is different kind of opinions going, there is different kind of opinion going regarding the manifestation of Rudra. It is written, Vidher lalatat janmasya kadachit kamalapatehe kalagni rudraha kalpaste bhavet sankarsanad opi. So different kind of opinions going on. Some of them speaking, Jasambhu coming from Vidher lalatat janmasya kadachit kamalapatehe. Sometimes it is hard that Rudra, Shankar, taking birth from the forehead of Brahma, Teja. Sometimes he is born from Kamalapati, Vishnu, and at the end of Brahma's day, the Rudra who generates, create all the destruction, destruction taking place from him, appearing from the face of Sankarsana. Rudra going to destroy everything. Rudra going to destroy everything. It is written in 10th canto how destruction taking place. It is written that patalo talam arabhyo, patalo talam arabhyo, sankarsano mukhanilaha, dahan urdashikho, vishwagobardhate vayune irito, Sangvartako megagano varsati isma satam sama. There is nice discussion in 11th canto. Itvam karma gatir gachan bhava bhadro bahapumano abhuto sanklovat sargo pralayo vasnuti avasaha. Dhatu plavo asanne, dhatu plavo, dhatu pallava asanne, dhatu pallava asanne, vyaktam drabbo gunatmakam anadi nidhanaha kalo hi abhyaktaya apakarshati satavarsha hi anavrishtir bhavishyati oti ulvana bhuvi tatkalo pochito ushnarko lokan strino pratopishvati. Again I am reading Etvam karamagatir gachan bahavo bhadro bahapumano abhuto sanplavat sargo pralayo vaishnuti avasa dhatu pallava asanne vyaktam dabbagunatmakam anadinidanaha kalo hi abhyaktaya pakarshati Shato varshahi anavrishtir bhavishvati oti ulvana bhuvi tatkalo pochito ushnarko lokang strino pratopishvati patalotalam arabhyo. It is the main slok here. What it means say? Patalotalam Arabhyo sankarsana mukhanalaha dahan urdasiko vishwak bardhate vayuniritaha. It is spoken. So, beginning from Patal Loka, the sloka meaning, what I mean to say from Bhagavatam 10th canto, what I say already, 11th canto, 3rd chapter, 10 number sloka. Patalatalam arabhyo sankarsana mukha nalaha. That I already. Beginning from Patal Loka, a fire growing, emanating from the mouth of Sri Shankarshan. That flames going upward, rising upward, and driven by the great winds, big winds, it scorches everything in all directions, everywhere. Nothing can be left. So, we can see how it is burnt up. Sarvo karano so this way, Sada Sivaksha. Here it is written, next sloka, Sada Sivaksha Tanmurtis Tamo Gandho Vivarjita. If somebody not understands Sanskrit, but still, basic meaning is very clear. Sada Sivaksha Tanmurtis Tamo Gandho Vivarjita Sarva Karano Bhuta Asau Anga Bhuta Swayam Prabhu Vayabhadishu Shaibe Siva Loke Padarshita. Rupa Gosvāmīpāda giving this sloka here. Jai Sada Sivaksha Tanmurtis Tamogandho Vivarjita Sarvo Karano Bhuta Sau Ango Bhuta Swayam Prabhu Vayabhadishu Saiveyam Siva Loke Padarshita. What is the meaning? Meaning is that about Sadasiv clarification given. Who is Sadasiv? That clarification given here. I mean the Sadasiv, he is completely free from any smell of tamaguna. Be careful. Sadasiva is completely free from any smell of tamaguna. Be careful. Don't be in confusion. He is the cause of entire material creation. Regarding creation, I already started discussing something, or if the situation demands, I can do more discussion. How the balance of nature, equilibrium condition of Sattva-Rajatamo is in balancing condition, how this balance is disturbed by the looking of Mahavishnu at Prakriti, then agitated Gunakshovo, how I already discussed some point regarding this, creation. So, about Advaita Gosai, I already told Advaita Avirbhav Tithi, Advaita Saptami, Mahavishnu Jagat Karta Mayaya Jasrijati Adaha Tashyavatar Eva Ayam Advaita Acharya Isvara. So Advaita Judge Sadasiv, the form, Sadasiv is completely free from any smell of ignorance, tamaguna. He is the cause of entire material creation. Question coming, that Nimittu Karan and Upadan Karan. Try to understand. Nimittu Karan and Upadan Karan. Nimittu Karan, who? Mahavishnu is looking and giving all countless jivas, chitkan, into the womb of Prakriti Devi. Prakriti Devi now get agitated. How creation step by step, I already discussed this point. Fine. After that, Upadan, matter, where from come? Shiv or Shakti, undivided tattva, but it is not visible to us. He is the cause of entire material creation and is a personal expansion of the transcendental body, original personality of Godhead, Govinda. In Vishnu Puran and other scriptures, it is written that he resides on Siva Loka. That Siva Loka is not this Siva Loka. Try to realize. This Siva Loka, surely not this Siva Loka which is there in Kailas. Try to realize. This Siva Loka is there in Vaikuntha Jagat. You can remember one Brahma Samhita sloka that very often I am reciting. You can remember, na? Devi Mahesha Dhama Tesu Tesu Tete Prabhava Nichaya Bhitascha Jeno Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. You can remember. There it is written very clearly. Devi Mahesha Dhama Tesu Tesu Tete Prabhava Nichaya Bhitascha Jeno. It is the arrangement. Whole material creation is Devi Loka, Devi Dham. Nobody can cross over. Very powerful. Bhur, Bhuva, Shva, Maha, Yano, Tapo, Shatva, up and down, Atal, Vital, Patal, Sutal, all down. So, infinity material world here, material world. This way, when we can cross over Devi Maheswadham, Devi Dham, after that we can cross Karan, Sagar, Biroja, infinity Brahmanda, they are floating. After that you can go and cross over, then you can meet with some impersonal Brahma effulgence. You can meet with some impersonal Brahma effulgence. After that penetrate, you can go and find Siva Loka, that is the starting of Vaikuntha Loka. That is actually Siva Loka, Sadasiv Loka, is originated Vaikuntha. And from Sadasiv, then we can start all different Brahman, Vaikunthas, everything. So, in Vaipuran and other scripture, it is written that he is staying at Shiva Loka. That Shiva Loka is not ordinary Shiva Loka, Sadasiv Loka. This way, Rūpa Gosvāmīpāda wanted to show one nice conclusive picture. Sri Krishna is the original personality of the Godhead. Narayan and other forms of Godhead, they are his Vilas Murti and Samsa expansion. His Vilas Murti and Shamsa expansion. And there are also jivas, some special jivas, elevated jivas, qualified jivas, who become Avesha incarnation. It can so happen, Avesha incarnation. From the Swamsa expansion lying on the Garbha ocean, we can find Vishnu, Brahma and Rudra, who all are originally his own expansion, Garbhodakshai Vishnu expansion. Expansion coming from him, his expansion. But the latter two, some qualified jivas can become. But the latter two roles are sometimes also played by some qualified jivas that are already told. You can remember, again I like to remind you that Sri Krishna Swayam Bhagavan, from their Swayam Roop, Tadikatma Roop, Avesh Roop, from Swayam Roop, original Swayam Roop, Brajendanandan Sri Krishna, Swayam Prakash. Swayam Prakash also can be divided into Prabha Prakash, Vaibhav Prakash. Okay, I am not going in details. And from Swayam Bhagavan Krishna, Tadikatma Roop also can come, Avesh Roop also can come. So Tadikatma, from there, Vilasa Sangsha. From Sangsha I already told different Purush avatar, first Purush avatar, second Purush, third Purush, all from Sangsha, Manantar avatar, Juga avatar, Guna avatar, all coming, that I already discussed many times. So, Śrīla Rūpa Gosvāmīpāda wanted to draw a conclusive picture. Sri Krishna is the original personality of Godhead, Ishvaraha Paramakrishna Sachidananda Vigraha, Anadiradi Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. Jiva Goswami speaking, Narayana and other forms of Godhead are his Vilas and Shamsa expansion. And there are also some qualified jivas who can become Avesha incarnation. From the Shamsa expansion lying on the Garbhodakasai ocean, Mahavishnu, Vishnu, second Vishnu. Mahavishnu is, Karanodasai. From Garbhodakasai Vishnu, Brahma, Rudra all coming. Vishnu, Brahma, Rudra all coming. Who all are originally his own expansion, Garbhodakasai Vishnu, his expansion. But the latter two roles are sometimes also played by some qualified jivas. Rupa Gosvāmīpāda speaking, there are some other opinions also. There are other opinions also going. For example, it might be said that the Lord Sadasiva is the original truth. Yatro, Yeno, Yatu, Yasu, Yasmai, Yajjat, Jatha, Jata, all applicable for Sadasiva. All ingredient, Nimitto Karon, Upadan Karon, all there are there. There are other opinions. Vallabh Devotion, writing under the guidance of Rupa Gosvāmīpāda, there are other opinions going. For example, it might be said that Lord Sadasiva is the original truth, that he alone deserved to be called Shyam Rupa, that Narayana and others are his expansion, and that the three Guna avatars are called by him. This is supported by Kaivalya Upanishad. This is supported by Kaivalya Upanishad. Some documents are there. First of all, I already recited Sada Sivaksha Tanmurti Stamo Gandho Vivarjita Sarvo Karano Bhuta Sau Anga Bhuta Swayam Prabhu Vayabhadishu Saiveyam Shiva Loke Padarshita. Some writers, those who are going to write some conclusive, things from Shastra, some of them speaking So, from Garbhoda Gosai, Brahma cutting, and that two special case about, because Vishnu is always Vishnu, transcendental. Though he is in charge of Satoguna, but his mood is not changed, he is Satoguna. About Brahma and Shankar, it is also heard, it is also known that Brahma, one qualified jiva can take the post of Brahma. Also, we already gone through this point that some qualified jivas can become Shankar also. In Kaivalya Upanishad, this kind of writings can be found. This Hadasiv is the original root cause. Some Shastraka speaking. But our Rupa Goswami speaking, this Siddhanta is not acceptable. This is not pure Siddhanta. This is not, because Sadasiv Mul Tattva, Sadasiv is the Mul Tattva. He is Swayam Padavachya. He is manifesting in the form of Narayan, etc. So Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwar, these three devata, all the function expressed from Sadasiv Karya Sarup. They are carry on the duties of Sadasiv. Kaivalya Upanishad also going to confirm this point, that Purush, inconceivable, achinto, invisible, abhyakta sarup, or anantarup, kalyan sarup, source of all mangal. He is completely free of any smell of avidya, lingo, varjita, free of any tamo, rajo and sato. Amrita, Brihad, Brahmanda, Utpatti, the original reason of this material creation. He is always staying in Uma, Devi, because from Arthat he is always in company with Kirti, Shohai, that Parameshwar Prabhu, knowing the past, present and future, Trikalogyo, his neck is decorated with blue sapphire, Nil Mani Bhushita Kantho, is Prasantamukti, Prashanta, absolutely peaceful. And who is coming from that original Purush, Param Purush, Jini, Murti, Jini sei Param Purush ke chinta koriya thaken, who is always meditating on that absolute personality of Godhead Govinda. He is the witness of everything, all Khitya Pamod Bharit Bham Adi, Bhut Prindir Utpatti, the original reason from where or Khitya Pataj Bham, all material ingredients came. He is free of any kind of avidya. He who is knowing, who is successful to meditate on this Sadasiv, who is Sarva Shakshi, the original source of all ingredients of creation, Khityapatej Manudbam, who is free of Atma, who is knowing, who is free of any contamination, surely he can attain the post. That Purush, known as Brahma, that Sadasiv Rupi, Devendro, Avinashi, Atyuttamo, O Sarat Vishnu, he is Pran, he is Kalagni, he is Chandrama, all Sthavar and Jangam, animate and inanimate, all Charachar, his Sarup, Bhutadi Trikal, who is successful to realize this Purush, he can cross over the limit of death. Who is staying in Vaikuntha Loka, Sadasiv Loka, he is completely free of any contamination of Triguna. I mean, Tamoguna is also not there. Who is Sarvakaran, Karan Sadasik Namak Shiv Murti Rupe Virajman, he is staying there in the form of Sadasiv. Surely he is not Gunavatar. Surely he is not Gunavatar. He is Nirgun, Shangrup, Shri Krishna. He is the limbs, Anga Vishesh. And he is the Bilas Murti, Evang Narayan. Follow what I say. Who is staying there in Sadasiv Vaikuntha Loka, who is free of any tamagun, he is the source of all Karan, original Karan, and who is there in the form of Sadasiv, Shivmurti. Surely he is not Gunavatar, he cannot be counted in the list of Gunavatar. He is Nirgun, Swayangrup, Shri Krishnadi Anga Vishesh. He is the expansion, Anga, limbs of that Shri Krishna. Shri Krishnadi Anga Vishesh. And Sri Narayan is the Bilas Murti of Shri Krishna. That is the reason for why in Taittiriya Upanishad, there it is written, Shiva, Achyuta, or Narayan. In Taittiriya Upanishad, recitation is there, which means that Shiv, Achyuta, Narayan, all same, in same category they recite. In Taittiriya Upanishad, it is written about Sadasiv, Achyuta, Narayan, same meaning, not up down. But in Shruti, in Shruti Badhito Artho, in Shruti, whatever Gunavatar, about the topics of Gunavatar, whatever written in Shruti, in wherever, that is not surely applicable for Sadasiv. Gunavatar Sive Sikkhitan. So, try to realize all those qualities what you say, this is surely not applicable in Gunavatarship. Though Shruti in different place writing something, but that Shruti, what meaning like to say, I mean, it is not applicable in Gunavatarship. It is surely not applicable in Gunavatarship. But Sadasiv Murti, what is seen in Vayupuran, about that Sadasiv Murti, Shiva Loka Sadasiv, it is applicable, not everywhere. Baldev Vidyabhushan wrote Tika, writing so many things. Swayam Rupasya Krishna Swaivo Murtihi Sadasivaha Tatrotto Nirnayakam Bhakyam Aho Niyoti Seti. In Brahma Samhita we know Kamo bijam mahadhare, Kamo bijam mahadhare, Lingo janyatmika yata, Ima prajeswari, Maheshwari prajaha. It is written, Shaktiman purusho ayam, Linga rupi Maheshwaraha, Tasmin avir abhut linge, Mahavishnur jagatpati. It is written. Brahma Samhita, another slok we like to discuss, Adi Shiv, where there is a topics of Adi Shiv, original Shiv written. Niyotihi Sarama Devi Tat Priya Tat Vasham Bada Tallingam Bhagavan Sambhur Jyotirupas Sanatanaha Ya Yoni Swapara Shakti Itvadi. Brahma Samhita about Sadasiv, this point clarified. Niyotihi Sa Rama Devi Tat Priya Tat Vasambada Tatlingam Tallingam Bhagavanu Shambhur Jyotirupa Sanu Sanatanaha Ya Yoni Sha Parasakti Itvadi written. Baldev Goswami writing. Kamami, Brahma Samhita, from Brahma Samhita, Baldev Goswami wanted to quote Kamo bijam mahadhare, Lingo janyatmika yata, Ima Maheshwari prajaha, Shaktiman purushaha, Swayam lingo rupi Maheshwara. Tasmin avirabhut linge Mahavishnur jagatpatihi. Brahma Samhita speaking this way all. So, inconceivable, unmanifested, peaceful, immortal, all auspiciousness decorated with him. He is the expander of the unlimited forms, the absolute truth from which everything originates, having no beginning, middle or end. He pervades all existing, omnipresent. He is pure, blissful, consciousness, formless and amazing. By meditating on the peaceful three-eyed, who is having three eye, blue-throated legs, blue sapphire, decorated the throat, the Supreme Lord, accompanied by his consort Uma. A sage attains him who is beyond the realm of ignorance and is the master of creation of all, the source of all created beings and the witness of everything. He is Brahma, Shiva and Indra. He is infallible, absolutely independent, Supreme Lord Vishnu. He is the air of life. He is saying Pranavayu. He is the air of life, the fire of annihilation, and the moon. He is everything that has been and everything that is, that was, both moving, both animate and inanimate, all everything. Knowing Him, one can cross over the limit of death. There is no other path to get liberation. Although these reliable and authoritative statements of Shruti seems to equate Lord Shiva with Lord Narayan, we need to understand this statement correctly. Without understanding, half understanding is more dangerous. Srila Baladev Vidyabhushan wanted to explain that these verses describe only Lord Narayana. The Vilas expansion of Krishna, the original Godhead. Shiva is also a name of Narayana. Shiva means Mangalmay, and thus the two names are used almost with the same significance, interchangeably. In the Mahanarayan Upanishad, Shivam, Achyutam and Narayanam all are counted in the same level. Similarly, Uma is another name of Kirti, Sri, Kirti, etc. name of Uma. Similarly, Uma is another name of Kirti, one of Lord Narayana's principal Shaktis. Then since this passage describes the Lord Vaikuntha, Lord of Vaikuntha, and not the Guna avatars of the material world. Nila Kanta, the throat is decorated with blue, just like blue sapphire, indicates one whose neck is adorned with a blue gem. Same thing I told. And finally, Shiva Loka should be understood as the Supreme Lord's Vaikuntha abode. Srila Jiva Gosvāmīpāda also wanted to write Bhagavad Sandarbha. He has cited the verses of Vishnu Vayu Puran and mentioned in this verse, beginning with the words, surrounding the mass of all universal Brahmanda egg, which glorifies Lord Shiva's abode. So, Niyatihi sa Rama Devi tat priya tat vasam vada tallingam Bhagavano Sambhur Jyoti Rupo Sanatanaha Yayoni Sapara Sakti Tvadi. Brahma Samhita about Adi Shiv, Sadasiv, it is written in the following way. Sadasiv himself is a Krishna Vilas Murti that I already discussed. But in different tantra, they indicate Shiva as Satantra Ishwar. In different tantra, Shiva is Satantra Rup, Satantra Ishwar. But this is not at all correct. This is not at all right. Prakriti and Purush by joint venture, Maheshwari Puja. Maheshwari Puja by the help of Shankar and Parvati Uma. That's why Maheshwari. So from Prakriti Purush, this Maheshwari Praja, Arthat Maheshwar Praja, from there created. So, Prakriti and Purush, from there, this Maheshwari Praja created. Maheshwar Praja, Maheshwari Praja, Arthat Maheshwar Praja, all same. Because Shiv Shakti all same. So, Prakriti Purush from there generated Maheshwari Praja, that's when Maheshwar Praja coming from there. To clarify this point, it is written clearly that Shaktiman Purush is no other than Maheshwar himself. So, that aprakat sarup, Mahavishnu, so that invisible sarup of Bhagavan, Guru say, Mahavishnu prakot rup avrito hai. Tini jagater sakol jiver prati. He is the controller of all jivas, countless jivas. In Purva Sloka there is written, it is written, he is everything that has been, I already explained this one. So Jiva Goswami was writing this way, Tatha cha Brahma Samhita Niyatihi Sa Rama Devi Tat Priya Tat Vasambada Tal Lingam Bhagavan Sambhur Yoti Rupo Sanatanaha Yajoni Sa Parasakti Itvadi. It is written, the meaning of the sloka, in Brahma Samhita it is written, the original form or Lord Shiva is the original form of Lord Shiva, Rama Devi, the spiritual potency. Try to understand. In Brahma Samhita it is written, explained, the original form of Lord Shiva. It is written about the original form of Lord Shiva, explanation given. Lord Brahma, from Brahma Samhita, their explanation there, the original form of Lord Shiva about this, it is written, Rama Devi, the spiritual potency, beloved consort of the Supreme Lord, Vishnu, is a regulatrice of all entities. I mean, all coming from there. Of all entities, living entities. The divine plenary portion of Krishna creates the mundane world. The divine plenary portion of Krishna creates the mundane world, infinity. At creation, there appears a divine halo of the nature of his own subjective portion. This halo is divine Shambhu. I mean the beam of lights. This halo is divine Shambhu, the masculine symbol or manifested emblem of the Supreme Lord. This halo is the dim of twilight reflection of the Supreme eternal effulgence. This masculine symbol, I mean Purush, Bhaktivinoda Thakur told, Lingo, Joni, all these words, externally very rubbish, very technical word. This masculine symbol is the subjective portion of divinity who functions as progenitor of the mundane world, subject to the supreme regulatrice, it is written, regulatrix. The conceiving potency in regard to mundane creation makes her appearance out of the supreme regulatrix. She is Maya. The limited, non-absolute potency, the symbol of the mundane, feminine productivity. I mean, just like Linga Joni. This is Sri Brahma Samhita discussion of Lord Krishna's expansion as Lord Sadasiva. The discussion continues with his word. So many things written. Maheshwari Praja. In Vishnu Puran, it is written, Bhagavan Shri Krishna taking the form, gender, I mean the symptom of Shambhu, Shambhu Chinno Sarup. In Vishnu Puran, it is clearly written, Bhagavan Shri Krishna taking the symbolic expression like Shambhu. Aishwaryo, Virjo, Jaso, Sri, Vairagyo, these 6 appearances decorated with Bhagavan, Parabrahmapati, Narayan. So, he is sung, Arthat, he is going to arrange Mangal for us. That's mean from out of his own body, second Buho, out of his second expansion, Ditya Buho, Mahasankarshan Rupe, in the form of Mahasankarshan, what all jivas are there, they are submerged there in Prakriti. and their title according to their title, they are getting one body, Srashta. So he is Sambhu. And Jyoti Rup, I mean like the beam of light, but it's called halo, that is Chaitanya Vigraha. It is not inanimate object. Have Chaitanya Vigraha. They are all controlled by Sankarshan. So that's mean Krishna Sarupir Shyam Rupatto. That's mean they are all controlled by Sankarshan. That's mean Sri Krishna Sarup, he is Shyam Rupatto, this Parichay. This way, Sankarshan is the symbolic expression of Sri Krishna. Sankarshan has taken the symbolic expression of Krishna. But Mahadadi Utpattika Shakti, Mahat Tattva Adi, what I discussed at the time of discussing creation, the other name of that potency is called Shakti, Trigunatmika Shakti, Durga. Kama Bijam Mahadhare. Kama Bijam Mahadhare. The meaning is there, Hari, I mean Sri Krishna, Angsha Sarup Sankarsaner Kam, Sri Krishna in one form, one part, taking the form of Kama, of Sankarshan, and looking at Prakriti, Darshanicha, and by looking, creating Mahadadi Shishtikarak, Mahatattva, germinated. So, Mahatattva all like seed of creation. Mahatattva except all the seed of creation. Mahat means aparimito, endless, Jiv Tattva. And Darshan Shakti, aparimita Jiv Shakti, by the power of Darshan Shakti, thrown in the womb of Prakriti, Para Prakriti nikhep karen. So, Mahat, arthat endless Jiv Tattva, by the help of Darshan Shakti, Sankarshan, going to transfer in the womb of Prakriti, Trigunatmika Prakriti. So, all their Maheshwari Praja, they are all Maheshwari Praja, they are created from the sight, Mayadhakshena Prakriti Swati, by looking at Prakriti, Sankarshan Drishti. So Maheshwari Praja created, manifested by Sankarshan looking, by the looking of Sankarshan, and from Prakriti as ingredient. That's why Purush and Prakriti Karunatmak. This whole creation is Prakriti, Purush, Karunatmak. If somebody is speaking, well, if all praja, I mean jivas, getting body from Prakriti, the answer is that Mahaprabhu already told, Je Prakriti surely going to give the body of all jivas. That doesn't mean Prakriti is inert. Prakriti is have some, what do you say, Prakriti is inert vastu. Mahaprabhu told. Prakriti, inanimate object. No pran there. So, this material creation, Srishtikarji, as a, Prakriti is also acting as a subordinate object, surely. That's why there's the prajas, the jivas taking one body, all living entities taking the name of Maheshwar Praja. And in Brahma Samhita, I already told, it is written Brahma Samhita Maheshwari Praja. This way, the next sloka, this can be clarified. In next sloka, this can be clarified very easily. That's why that Parabrahmapati Lingarupi Mahishajya Yukto or Shaktiman Purush, so Sadasiv is Parabrahmapati himself in the form of linga, gender, Lingarupi Mahishajya Yukto, decorated with oil, Moy Oishajya, and he is combined with his Shakti, that is Shaktiman Purush. So, Prakriti Kriyamanani, Prakriti Kriyamanani, this sloka can create confusion among us, because Prakriti inert object, then how Prakriti, how we can say this way, Prakriti Kriyamanani Guna Karma Iravasa. This clarification here, that Prakriti inert, but still when all jivas, chit particles entering, then it seems the Prakriti is activated. Actually it is inert. Follow. So, we can safely say that this Parabrahma Adhipati Lingarupi Mahishajya Yukto Sadasiv Shaktiman Purush, so he is the controller of Prakriti. After that, this Parabrahmadhipati Sannikati Mahavishnu Sankarsaner Abhibhava. So that Parabrahmadhipati Lingarupi Mahishajya Yukto O Shaktiman Purush, so he is the controller of Prakriti and driver of Prakriti. He is the master of Prakriti. After that, Parabrahmadhipati Sannikate, after that, adjacent to that Parabrahmadhi, that Mahavishnu Sankarsan appear. So many things are there. It seems very typical. One by one we'll have to discuss. In Vishnu Puran, it is clearly written, Talloka Padmam Sha'u Eva Vishnu Pravivishat Sarvu Gunabhavasam Tasmin Swayam Vedomayo Vidhata Swayam Bhuvam Yam Sma Badanti So Abhut Yo Vishnu Patthate So Asho Khirambu Dhi Shayu Mataha Garbhodu Shayinastashu Vilasos Twat Garbhodo sainastasyo vilasatvat munishvari Narayano vidaro antaryami chayam nigadati. What written in Vishnu, Sri Vishnu Puran? Tallokapadmam sahu eva Vishnu pravivishat sarvo gunavabhasam tasmin swayam vedomayo vidhatva swayam bhuvam yam sma vadanti sa abhut yo Vishnu patthate su asu khirambodhi sayo mataha garbhodo sainastasyo vilasatvat munimishvarai narayano virarostva narayano virarostvantaryami chayam narayano virarostvantaryami chayam nigaddate. Shri Vishnu. In Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, it is written clearly that the controller of Satagun in 3rd canto, it is written, Bhagavatam, the controller Satagun. Follow. About that, it is written in Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, that we can discuss later, not today. Tomorrow I can discuss actually. So, Tallokapadmam sa hu eva Vishnu pravivishat sarvagunavabhasam tasmin swayam vedamayo vidhatva swayam bhuvam yam sma vadanti so abhut jo Vishnu patthate so aso khirambodhi sayo mataha garbhodo sainastasyo vilaso satyat munishvarai narayano viraro antaryami chayam nigaddate. From Bhagavatam I can discuss this point next, tomorrow. Today I like to stop here, excuse me. So, we like to give final touch here today. Yat pada pankaja palasu bilasu bhaktya karma sayam gratitam udgratayanti santo tadvadna rikta matayo yatayo opiruddho sroto ganastamaranam bhajavasudevam vanchakalpatarosaki basindhi patitanam pavana bhavashnabhyo namo namo.